What is up? It is Vulture 2000 here today with the somewhat first video on the channel. This channel used to have videos. I deleted them all. They're all old. They weren't the image that I'm trying to have. So this is the new restart of this channel. I'm going to be having content of video games such as NHL, college football, Madden, Fortnite if wanted, and any other games that people would like to see. But today, specifically, we have an NHL 25 video, specifically a franchise mode challenge. In this franchise mode, we're going to be doing the Moneypuck challenge. Okay, I learned of this challenge from a guy named Tugi. A lot of people are probably familiar with him. He is very popular in the creator world of NHL. But basically, the challenge is to make a franchise and lead them to a Stanley Cup while not spending any money on a single player over a certain percentage of the salary. The percentage of the salary that we have gone with is, or he went with, and I agree with, is 6%. It makes the most sense, in my opinion. And he agreed with it also, which works out well. Basically, this is inspired off of Moneyball by the Oakland Athletics back in the day. We all know the movie, or at least you should know. If you don't, go watch it. But anyways, I'm very excited to give this a try and see if I'm able to make this team a Stanley Cup winner pretty much without any superstars, because it's so hard to have superstars on contracts like that. We have to get really lucky. So please stay tuned. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this one. And we're going to start by showing you guys this team. So let's get right into that. The Houston Hogs. Let's start with the jerseys or the logos and the team colors. So the team color is just green and white, color. Money's green, right? So I just went with that. Primary logo is this hog. There's another hog logo, but I don't really like it. I do like this one though. I like that nose ring it's got stuff. I think it's cool looking. The reason I went with hogs is because I wanted to keep the name related to money, and I was trying to think of what's like a realistic team logo or mascot that kind of relates to money, and I thought hogs was a good connector because we got a greedy owner. He's going to be hogging all the money, right? It made sense to me. Secondary logo, I did want to keep that money thing though, so for the alternate we got this logo, the money bag, just plain and simple. And then for the tertiary, I like how Toronto, the Maple Leafs, being from Ontario, I am a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, so I like how the Maple Leafs used to have that TML patch on the shoulders. I tend to try and recreate it by going with the letter logo, so the H works here. So that's just the shoulder patch logo. Yeah, so now we look at the details of this team. Obviously the Houston Hogs, we're playing in the Toyota Center, and we're sharing an arena with the Houston Rockets. This stuff doesn't really matter because, that only matters if we're doing owner mode. I don't do owner mode because I think it's just very broken in the past. When I've tried it, it just you never have enough money to actually keep your stadium at a good money level. Like you just never have enough money. You're always not able to buy something. So I just think owner mode is a bad mode in my opinion. But if you enjoy it, all respects. Federal tax rate, I'm not an American, so I wasn't really sure, but doing my research I found that this is something that other people tend to use, and it just makes sense for me when I was doing my research on it. So 34%. State tax rate I found was about 6.25% in the state of Texas. I went with 6.3, just 6.25 round up. This stuff I guess doesn't really matter. I just thought it was fair because Houston is a big sports market, and their fan base is really, really good. So I just thought it made sense to do those things, but that doesn't really change much. Now we can look at the jerseys. So for the home, we got just the green with the white stripes, white logos, whatever. I tried to incorporate the red and the yellow. I just personally don't really enjoy the look. I prefer the look of just this green and white, just straight up. So that's the jerseys, the helmet for the home, and then like the bottom half, the pants and the socks. It's like, it's basic, but I think it looks nice. The aways, again, we got the white, those green shoulder patches. Oh, there's the shoulder patches if you're wondering what they look like. Keep the green pants and the green gloves. I always like to do that. I think it looks just more crisp. And then the socks, and then finally we got the alternate jerseys. And I do actually really like these. The black and green I think really works well together. Fortunately those are not going to be the main jerseys, but I do actually really like them. With the money bag logo in the front. I will say, because I wanted to keep it just green and black, it was kind of hard to make the numbers pop, but I think that's noticeable enough, and it's not like we're going to be watching a game with them in the alternates. If I'm watching a game, they're going to be wearing home or away, so it's alright. And the socks and pants are still just basic, but now they're black and green. I think this black with this dark green is a really nice look though, but unfortunately that's not what we're rocking with. Goalies wise, you know, again, just white and green for home, white and green but the opposite way for away, and then when in these alternates, these black and green. I think it all looks pretty nice in my personal opinion. And then finally, I guess not finally, but we got the mascot here. I named him, if he'll move his head, Cash, but with a K to add some style. I don't really know why. I just thought I wanted to make his name, you know, I wanted him to sound cool, but he's got to be based around money. And I have seen the name Cash before, but I didn't want to just make it with a C, or else it just looks like the word. So I made it a little bit special with the K. I like them being a little bit chunky. I love this mullet that this mascot head's got going on. And he's the only hog mascot, so it just makes the most sense. He's number 0 because our owner will give us 0 money to build this team. As you can see here, Cash with the K. And then finally, a quick look at the arena. Doesn't really matter much, but we can give it a quick look. So we got, I do like one thing, by the way, that I will mention. They allow you to edit the scoreboards this year, which I think is really dope. Not something they had in the past. But we got Pro Stadium 3. It's my personal favorite. That's mainly because I really love the tunnel. I like how the tunnel looks for Pro Stadium 3. But yeah, all the walls are green. The tunnel's got the green and the white. The roof's black. Stairs are green. Railing's green. Goalpost, I think everybody should always keep that classic. With the seats, I thought it was kind of cool to do a prestige section on the bottom row. So everything is all green except for the bottom row, which has those white backs. I just had to add a little bit of something. And then there's the scoreboard. So this is our squad for this franchise mode. It's not like it's really going to matter much. But, you know, I like to build teams. I find it a lot of fun personally. So I thought I'd take some time and build this one to look good, at least in my opinion. So now we will start making this franchise mode a thing. Obviously, 33 team expansion draft. I think custom roster would be the right one. And then select team, because we have one created. The Houston Hogs here. Team or name, I'll go with Vulture, obviously. And we are right there, the Houston Hogs. You know what? I am actually going to customize this AHL team. It almost means nothing. You know, it's very rare that I'm ever going to look at it. But to be honest, why not? I'm going to keep it easy. I'm going to keep it quick. But I'm just going to really, really quickly customize this AHL team and show you guys the result. I probably took a little bit longer than I should have making this team, but I like my teams to look good, so put some effort into this one. We have the San Antonio Stingrays. The two logos, they're the exact same. It's just this one's for the home jersey, so that white outline isn't seen. This one's for the away, so the red outline isn't seen. And this is the shoulder patch, because AHL teams tend to have their team's shoulder patch, or their team's logo as their shoulder patch, so that's what this is. I went with the Stingrays in all honesty, just because I saw the logo when trying to decide what logo I was going to do for the Hogs. And I've seen this logo in previous games, and I just really love the logo. I think it's so like sleek and nice looking. So I just decided I had to go with them, and then San Antonio came because that's just a city in Texas starting with S. Nicknames the Rays, SAS, San Antonio Stingrays, right? That's where it comes from. Arena name just went with the C, because why not? Quick look at the jerseys. So these are the home jerseys. Obviously in the AHL they go white as home. Oh, actually there's something I don't like about these jerseys. I don't like when the collar is a different color from the shoulders. I think it just doesn't really look very good. So let's change that really quickly. Okay. Anyways, this is the home jersey. I didn't change any of the equipment colors. I only changed the jersey color, the pants. I only changed the jersey, pants, and socks. But gloves, helmet, goalie stuff, I didn't care to edit. This is the away jersey. I think these are actually pretty nice. And then the alternate jerseys. This was the colorway that was already there, and I just decided to keep it because I do like the black, red, and gold. I think it's nice looking. And then you can see the arena. I wanted to go with something that had some wood to it. This looks like a nice minor league barn, like a nice barn, but a smaller one. So I think it's sleek. But anyways, that's the end of this team creation. So let's go back to starting this franchise mode. Alright, so now time for division realignment, and obviously being from Houston makes the most sense to go to the same division as our Texas relative, the Dallas Stars. So we will be joining the Central Division here. Honestly, kind of pulling a lucky straw because this division isn't all that good. I mean, actually, maybe I'm wrong. Colorado, who has a low overall in game, but Dallas, Minnesota, Nashville. Okay, never mind. Not a very nice division to start in. It'd be a lot nicer to start in the Pacific, which is actually quite a weak division there. Looks like we might be starting in the worst division, actually, especially because the bad teams are bound to get real good. Utah and Chicago. St. Louis, not so much, but might have put myself in a difficult division here, unfortunately. With this stuff, owner mode, always off. Add contract here you have to put on when you're doing expansion draft, or else the free agency, that first season, that fake season, is a joke. Player morale I leave on, but I always turn off morale meetings. CPU trade, yeah. Fog of war off. Head coach off. And then expansion is exempt from being drafted. That doesn't make sense. They've been in the league for multiple years now. They shouldn't be exempt anymore. Nobody is exempt anymore. Rules and settings now real quick. What's in quick settings? I always forget. So I have it on 20. Injuries off. I know it takes away a bit of the realism, but it's so tedious when they're on. I leave trade difficulties at medium. And then auto scouting I do have on, but I leave it on amateur because I feel like they scout worse when you have pro scouting as an option. Wow, this menu lag is a joke. And then advanced settings, we go sim engine scoring medium, but shot frequency high. Round meetings off, and I think everything else is good. Finally, we go to gameplay sliders, and here we will turn attribute effects all the way up to a 9 out of 10. So that is it for settings. And so we can officially start this franchise with the Houston Hogs, AHL counterpart being the San Antonio Stingrays in the Central Division. this is going to be a fun challenge. Keep salary cap on, of course. Not that it's going to be much of an issue for us, saying that, you know, we can't pay anybody over 6% of the cap, so salary cap isn't something I'm too worried about. Alright, so here we go. When will it cue the expansion draft? Should cue it any second. Maybe. And we are gypped in the draft, dropping from 3 to 5. Ottawa jumps from 8 to 2. This draft doesn't really mean anything. It's pretty, you know, irrelevant draft, but okay, so the franchise draft is today on the 21st. No, that message was saying tomorrow, so it's the day before the entry draft. Okay. Start expansion draft. There we go. Finally. Alright. So for this draft, you know, obviously, many things. I don't need all this. Many things to consider. But first, it's going to just take a look at who has what available. Obviously, right now, let me do the math on my phone here. The salary cap is 82 million on the dot, I believe. Oh, it says in the bottom corner. It's 88 million now. Okay, it has risen. So right now, 6% of that cap is 88. 1, 2, 3, 1. Why is this math not working for me? There we go. 5.28 million is the max salary that we can take on. So, do they have anybody in net? Maybe Lucas Dostal. They have Lucas Dostal available. That's definitely a play on their behalf. There's not really anybody else here I care to take. Potential wise, is there anybody? You know, there isn't. No. And then yeah, overall, I mean, there's no. The only guy is maybe Isaac Lundestrom, 81 overall, 24 top 9 medium. But I'm going to take Lucas Dostal here. He's young, he has potential. Why not? Next pick is Boston. From Boston, is there anybody good available? Brandon Carlo is very appealing. 86 overall, we'll have him for 3 years at 4.1, that's affordable. We'll most likely be forced to get rid of Brandon Carlo the year after. But, you know, an 86 overall that we can have for multiple seasons isn't something that I'm too upset to take. So we are going to take Brandon Carlo from Boston. And worst case, we can trade him if we need to, when we know we're going to have to pay more. From Buffalo, I do like the look of Matthias Samuelsson. 82 overall at 24 years old. He's got 7 years left at 4.285. 6 years realistically, because the 1 year is about to end. So all of these just judge with 1 year less. So 6 years at an affordable contract. He could probably get up to like an 84, 85. I don't think they'd have anybody in net worth taking. And no. And like McLeod isn't a terrible option, but I don't see why we would not take Matthias Samuelsson. So that will be our pick from Buffalo. Please, I really hope eventually this menu starts to lag less, because this is so unfortunate. Okay, so out of Calgary, I'm not enjoying really anybody. Maybe Kevin Ball. I mean, he could end up being, a guy who is a lower defender for us. They don't have anybody who's around for a long time. We could take Anthony Mantha and try to flip him at the draft. See if we can get a couple picks for him. But there's not even really anybody on this team who's flippable. So I think we take Kevin Ball. I think Kevin Ball was the only pick there. 3 defenders off the board already. We do have to start taking some forwards when we get to a team like this who has no forwards. They do have Pyotr Kochetkov, who is very nice. I have no idea why he's unprotected, but he isn't, and for that reason I very well might have to scoop him for free. Yeah, that's a pretty obvious one. That's a no-brainer, really. Probably gonna have to lose him when this deal runs out, but to start out the franchise, he's very appealing. Another team who just, doesn't have much of anything. I'm thinking Ilya Mikheyev. 2 years. I don't know though. They wouldn't have anybody in net, and we really don't need more goalies already. We're already at 2. We do need forwards. We're yet to take one. They don't have any prospects really available. They don't have anybody on a long deal. So we'll take Ilya Mikheyev here. 82 overall at 29. First player, or first forward off the board. Now we get to Colorado. And I think I said 5.28, which does suck. Because I would be interested in Casey Middlestat, but he is just over. Sam Girard isn't bad, though. Could go with Samuel Girard, actually. There's also Arturi Lehkonen back here. Obviously, we have so many forwards already. Jonathan Drouin is available, 84 overall. It's between Girard and Drouin. But I don't know if I take Girard. We already have so many defenders. Yeah, let me take Drouin. All right. Next pick here. There's really no good pick here, and so for that reason, it looks like I'm probably going to take Justin Danforth. I could take this guy, Jet Greaves, right? Potential goalie of the future. He's a starter medium. Obviously, he's signed for 2 more years at 8.15. They don't really have anybody else. Well, this is incredibly slow. There we go. They don't really have anybody else. Trey Fix-Wolanski isn't bad. Jordan Harris isn't bad either. Could go with Jordan Harris, 1.4 mil. He's 23. There's a chance he grows. Yeah, already an 80 overall at 23. We'll take Jordan Harris. So that's another defender. So, and then we get a guy like Thomas Harley, and he's kind of a must pick. He's an 87 overall at 22. For 2 more years at $4 million. Will we be able to afford him at the end of his deal? I don't know, but I could also take him as draft cap or as trade bait and attempt to trade him back to Dallas after picking him up. Because really, he's an 87, the top 4 high. When his deal expires, we're not bringing him back. He's going elsewhere. I think we're going to take Thomas Harley, but I don't think we're going to keep him. I just don't think we're going to be, we're not going to be able to pay him when it comes time to pay him. This one is looking pretty obvious to me. Michael Rasmussen, 83 overall, 25, top 6 medium. Love him for 4 years at 3.2. So he's an affordable deal. I can look at goalies, but I guess I didn't really need to. Kind of know there. Yeah, so we will take Rasmussen. So our third forward, but all left wingers. We need some centers. We need some other spots here. Unfortunately, I'm seeing Matthias Janmark, 3 years at 1.45. I'm seeing Victor Arvidsson. It's probably the pick here, right? I mean, but Vasily Podkolzin, 79 overall at 22. Top 6 medium. He's bound to become a player. In net, they have Oliver Rodrigue available, but I don't really care for him. Yeah, we're going to take Vasily Podkolzin. A right winger, which is nice. Another good defender. Teams really did not value defenders here for their thing. Is we have Adam Boqvist available, an offensive defenseman. Yeah, there's no good forward prospects. He just makes the most sense, Boqvist, really. Alright, well, Boqvist it is. We're already at a full 6 defensemen, which is not what you want to see this early on. And then you see Jordan Spence. His name Jordan? I could be making that up, to be honest with you. Scroll too far. Yeah, it is Jordan. I thought so. Could take Samuel Fagemo. Just to kind of not take another defender. But it makes no sense not to take Spence. Right? Like, it really makes no sense not to take him. Like Kaliev, I guess. But I'd rather Spence, our 7th defender. The defenders are kind of overloaded here. And I kind of don't like it because it's like I want to pick forwards. I have enough D-men. Okay. This is a harder decision for sure. We don't need Philip Gustafsson. We already have a starter in that. Oh my god, it's another defender, Ryan O'Rourke. He's bad, but he's could be something someday. Ooh. Might have to go Frederick Gaudreau. 4 years at $2.1 million. That's an affordable contract for us. Yeah, we're gonna go with Frederick Gaudreau. Montreal, who do you have for us? Another defender. Oh my god. Justin Barron. Now remember, one of our defenders isn't staying with us. We are going to trade him, but still. Or we could take Joshua Roy, 77 overall at 20. Do they have Caden Primo available? They do. I don't need him. We could take Joshua Roy, hypothetically. Or we could take Justin Barron. In the name of I have too many defenders and I need to draft forwards, I'm going to take Joshua Roy, even if Barron is probably the better pick. Okay. I might have to take Gustav Nyquist here. I mean, Luke Shen. I like Carrier. I like that deal, but I don't need him. I could take Colton Sissons. Good two-way guy. I don't really know who to take, man. I could take. Oh, I might take Parssinen. Parssinen makes sense to me. Top 9 medium, 23. He's an 80 overall. He's a centerman. Not something we have much of. A centerman who can't take draws, so that's always what you like. Yeah, I am going to take Parssinen. Just in the name of, well, he's young, he can develop, we can try and get him on a long new deal, hypothetically. Out of Minnesota, or no, not Minnesota, New Jersey, got Minnesota on the mind. New Jersey doesn't really have, like, prospects, but I'm liking Cotter or Nolan Foote. I think, Siegenthaler is a good deal, though. 5 years, so 4 years at 3.4. He's 84 overall. I do like that. He's only 27. That'll take him until he's 31. Yeah, we're going to take Jonas Siegenthaler. But that, like, realistically has to be our final defender. So we'll probably have to come back. We might have to come back through and change it up, especially with Romanov available. Oh my god. This is truly, like, torture. I might take Romanov as trade bait and just move him back because obviously we have too many defenders already. Semyon Varlamov is also available. He's so old though, it just doesn't make sense. We're going to take Romanov. I think I'm going to trade him though. I don't think Romanov is going to play a single game for the Hogs. I think he's just a trade target. K'Andre Miller and Braden Schneider and Lindgren. I mean, they're just, like, essentially, they just said, we don't care about the future of our defense. Take who you wish. The question is, do I take who I wish or do I take Capo Caco forward? No, I'm going to take K'Andre Miller. Am I allowed to take more than 9 defenders? I am. Perfect. We're going to take K'Andre Miller. He's another guy that we're probably going to end up trading just for the fact that he's young. Ridley Grieg. I don't really need to think about this one long and hard. 82 overall at 21 years old, top 6 medium potential. We've now got 12 picks left, and to reach the minimum requirements, we need 2, 4, 7 of which to be forwards. And here, again, kind of looking like a no-brainer. We are going to take Tyson Forrester. Awesome. Cody Glass, maybe. Graves is pretty nice. 5 years at 4.5. Obviously, don't need more defenders, but or Blomqvist, goalie of the future. Try and ink him up on an 8-year deal once we lose. Yeah. Or Graves, because Graves, 5 more years at 4.5, but he's only an 82. I don't know if he'll grow. Yeah, give me Joel Blomqvist. That might be a pick I regret. I don't know, man. I've never picked like this before. Another set of bad picks. Barclay Goodrow, maybe. Anything goaltender wise? No, I don't care for Vitek Vanacek. Prospect wise, they don't really have. They have Muka. Let me try Muka Madulin. They have Muka Madulin as a prospect defensively. Yeah, I mean, sure. Why not? I don't really know what I'm doing anymore, man. I think. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I think Jane Schwartz, but he's not somebody I'm even allowed to pick. Yanni Gord, I guess, isn't a bad pick. Like, we're gonna be able to pay him less than 5% or whatever when he's done, so. Texier seems like the smart pick here. So does Philip Broberg. Philip Broberg is a good pick. I don't need more defenders though, so I'm gonna go with Texier. Might be a dumb decision, but I just don't need defenders. I need four more forwards. This one I think I have to go JJ Moser. I remember when his name was actually Jan Janis or John Janis on the game. Then they decided, screw that, we're just gonna write JJ. It's easier. Jacob McCabe. Maybe. They actually protected Wall. Jake McCabe is possible. We have so many defenders, like even Timmins is possible. Might take Connor Dewar, just due to the fact that I need a defenseman. I mean a forward. I have defenseman. What I need is a forward. Yeah, sure, Connor Dewar. Kerfoot is not a bad pick. Neither is Kesselring. Neither is Jack McBain. That's what I'm thinking right now. Jack McBain. But Kerfoot, like, we don't really have anybody who can win a face-off right now. Kerfoot can't win face-offs. Never mind, they have him as 75 face-off. Okay. I guess I'll go with Jack McBain. Four more picks. Nils Hoglander. Finally, you're speaking my language. Nils, I don't know how to say his name, but I say Nils typically. And that extension works well for us as well. Yes, please. Vegas. We are looking at Zach Whitecloud, actually. 4 years at 2.75 is pretty good. Noah Hannafin I would have liked, but 7.35 is just a touch much for us. And by just a touch much, I mean it is way too much. Akira Schmid isn't bad, but it's between Whitecloud and Dorofasayev. No, Dorofayev. There's no S. I made it up. Denisenko isn't bad, but I'm gonna go with Dorofayev, actually, believe it or not. Another forward. We now have enough forwards for a full lineup. So now, oh, Roy would have been a decent pick if he was making just a bit less. Rasmus Sandin, on the other hand, is a decent pick for the amount that he's making. he's my next pick. And now our final pick coming from the Winnipeg Jets. I will take Dylan DeMello, maybe. Nino Niederreiter isn't bad. I'm going to go with Dylan DeMello. You may not pick another defender, as I will have that. No, I won't. Do I not have enough of everything? I like Dylan DeMello. I think I'd like him to be my pick, so I'm going to change the defensive pick I've made in the past, I guess. I don't know who. Maybe Mukamadulin? I don't know who to change. It's quite annoying, though. I don't know which pick to change. Maybe you, Jordan Spence. Maybe you're no longer my pick. Maybe you, Jordan Harris. See, you, Jordan Harris, I've decided I'm going to change you. You are not on this team anymore. Instead, fix Wolanski. No. I'm just playing. Oh, I guess Justin Danforth? I don't really know. You guys all suck. Okay. Am I allowed to take Dylan DeMello now? Do I need to take another goaltender? Nope. That was it. I just need one more forward. I don't really know why. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, so this is the squad. I believe this isn't bad. I mean, wow, this is oh so slow. Alright, so let's see this. So again, we took Lucas Dostal. Actually, I'm just going to do it outside of this. I feel like that'll save me some time. So Lucas Dostal, I believe he's going to be either, I think he's going to be our backup. He's either going to be our backup and Blomqvist in the AHL, or he's in the AHL and Blomqvist is our backup. Brandon Carlo, Samuelson, Kevin Ball, Chetkov, Mikheyev, Drouin, Danforth, Harley, who is trade bait. I think we're going to move him right back. Rasmussen, Podkolzin, Boakfist, Spence, Goudreau, Roy, Parsonen, Siegenthaler, Romanov, Keandre Miller, who is probably going to get traded as well, Grieg, Forrester, Forrester? I'm not really sure how to say his name. Blomqvist, Mukamadulin, Yanni Gourde, Texier, JJ Moser, Connor Dewar, Jack McBain, Nils Hoglander, Dorofeyev, Sandin, and finally Dylan DeMello. Leaves us with 24 in cap space. I believe all these guys are making under what we need them to. I think I was good at making sure. So we are going to officially finish this draft. And there you have it. There's the team from Lucas Dostal all the way to Dylan DeMello. Lots of defenders, but a couple of them are going to be traded, so that's okay. Never go to view draft class. Waste of my time. Alright guys, well that was episode 1 of this Moneypuck franchise mode challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, and comment any other ideas you may have for future videos or anything you'd like to see me do in this video, or in this series, I mean. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in episode 2 of the Houston Hogs Moneypuck Challenge franchise mode. Peace out.